Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're diving into something, well, truly universal, isn't it? And deeply personal.
Uh,
Our hobbies and interests.
Absolutely. Everyone's got something.
Exactly. But we're not just chatting about them casually today. Our mission, really, is to arm you with the C1 level vocabulary you need to describe them with serious richness and sophistication.
Yeah, moving beyond just the basics.
Right. We want to move you beyond those simple statements, I like X, and unlock a way more precise, vivid, and crucially, a naturally fluent way of expressing yourself.
And that precision is so key, isn't it? Because hobbies, they're natural icebreakers.
Totally.
Whether you're just, chatting at a party or maybe even in a job interview, being able to articulate your passions fluently with real nuance, it just makes those interactions so much smoother and frankly, far more engaging.
It shows more personality.
Definitely. Instead of just like, I like to read, imagine saying, oh, I'm actually an avid collector of first editions.
Ooh, nice.
Or, I particularly enjoy delving into classic literature, especially maybe 19th century Russian novels. See, that level of detail, it doesn't just say you like reading.
No, it says a lot more.
It showcases genuine C1 proficiency, depth, character.
That's a fantastic point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does transform a straightforward statement into something much more compelling. An insight, really. It lets you articulate the essence and depth of what you love.
Exactly.
So our deep dive today is all about equipping you with that language.
Mm.
Let's maybe start with a foundational term, one that's often a bit misunderstood, the adjective amateur.
Oh, yes! Amateur.
What does it truly signify when we're talking about our personal pursuits?
Well, okay. When we talk about amateur activities, fundamentally, we mean something someone does purely for pleasure, recreation. It's distinct from doing it as a paid job.
Okay.
So, for example, you might hear they organize an amateur painting workshop
Right, for beginners maybe.
for beginners interested in learning basic techniques.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or even for experienced people who just love painting. The core idea here is that the main motivation, it isn't money. It's pure enjoyment, personal fulfillment. It helps draw that clear line, between someone who paints just for the love of it and a professional artist who, well, relies on it for their income.
So it's about the why, the internal motivation, not necessarily the skill level itself.
That is a crucial C1 distinction. Because while amateur can convey passion and even really high proficiency, think of like an amateur athlete who competes purely for the love of the game.
Right, they can be incredibly skilled.
Exactly. But you have to be really careful with the related adjective, amateurish.
Ah, okay. That sounds different.
It carries a distinctly negative connotation. Amateur implies a lack of skill or maybe unprofessionalism. It suggests poor quality work.
So an amateur painter could be brilliant,
Absolutely.
but an amateurish painting is definitely bad news. You've got it. The word amateur itself just focuses on the non-professional nature, not necessarily the skill.
Yeah.
Oh, and it can be a noun too, right? He's a talented amateur photographer.
Capturing stunning landscapes in his free time.
Yeah.
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 That clarifies it perfectly.
Yeah.
That nuance between amateur and amateur-ish is genuinely valuable if you're aiming for C1 fluency.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it really clear that, dedication and skill aren't just for the pros. And often that internal drive, that's what pushes us to get out there, to physically engage with the world.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's pivot now. Let's talk about hobbies that involve active engagement, things that get us moving, often interacting with nature.
Right. This category really sets an energetic tone. It showcases activities that often push our physical, sometimes even our mental boundaries.
Yeah.
We're talking everything from, gentle waves to some pretty extreme challenges.
Okay, let's start with something fairly accessible, but still incredibly immersive.
Yeah.
To snorkel. That's the verb. Meaning, swimming at the surface, breathing through that tube. My mind goes straight to coral reefs, colorful fish.
Yeah, it's very visual, but beyond just being easy to pry, snorkeling offers this unique chance for, citizen science.
Oh, how so?
Well, many enthusiasts actually contribute to marine conservation. They might document the species they see or changes in water quality.
Really? That's fascinating.
Yeah, it transforms a leisure activity into potentially a direct contribution to ecological understanding. It's a really low barrier way to become sort of an ocean steward. You get that immediate sense of discovery while also boosting environmental awareness.
Wow, turning a vacation activity into potentially ecological impact. That's not what I expected. Okay, moving from relatively serene waters to sheer adrenaline. What about bungee jumping? The noun,
Right.
jumping from a serious height attached to that big elastic cord, it sounds like the absolute ultimate test of courage.
Oh, it absolutely is for many people. Bungee jumping is sort of the quintessential high-risk, high-adrenaline activity, isn't it? It's this profound mix of sheer terror and afterwards exhilaration.
I bet.
The insight here isn't just about the physical rush, though. It's the intense psychological experience.
Mhm.
You're confronting a very primal fear of falling, and the sense of accomplishment you feel afterwards, having done it, can be incredibly powerful. It's a very direct way to sort of push your own boundaries.
A powerful sense of accomplishment indeed. Okay, let's bring ourselves back down to earth a bit, but stick with a significant physical and mental challenge. Rock climbing, another noun.
Hmm.
The sport of climbing rocks, natural or artificial walls. It seems like it demands a really unique combination of strength and strategy.
You're absolutely right. Rock climbing is this remarkable blend, really, of intense physical demand and serious mental challenge.
Like a puzzle.
Exactly. It needs strength, sure, agility too, but also problem solving, strategic planning. It's like a vertical puzzle, as you say. And what's particularly captivating, especially when you're climbing outdoors, is the deep connection it fosters with nature.
Right, you're literally interacting with the environment.
Precisely. And at the same time, you're building this profound self-trust, resilience. You have to trust your body, your choices.
There's a physical and mental workout that also kind of grounds you in nature.
Fascinating. Okay, let's shift to a different kind of controlled physical discipline, one with really rich historical roots. How
Sure.
would you describe fencing? The competitive sport, sword fighting with safety gear.
Fencing. It's often called physical chess.
Oh, I like that.
And it's quite apt, really. It beautifully blends physical prowess. You need to be fast, agile, with intricate strategic thinking. It demands lightning-fast reflexes, yeah, but also precise timing, intense mental focus, and surprisingly graceful movement.
So it's not just brute force. Not at all. It's very much a cerebral duel. That's what distinguishes it from many other sports, that heavy emphasis on strategy, anticipation, reading your opponent.
Physical chess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that captures it perfectly. Okay, let's shift gears a bit now. Let's move into hobbies that involve more, say, meticulous design,
Yeah.
hands-on creation, things that often result in a tangible, maybe even beautiful output.
Mm-hmm.
What's the sort of common thread here?
Well, I think this category speaks directly to that deep human satisfaction we get from making something, using our own hands.
Right.
These often require immense patience, precision, and they culminate in that unique joy of seeing an idea actually become, well, a physical object.
Okay, let's start with flower arranging. A noun. The art of creating decorative displays with flowers seems straightforward, but beyond just making things look pretty, what deeper skills might it cultivate?
Well, flower arranging is really a beautiful fusion of design principles, aesthetic judgment, and a clear appreciation for natural beauty. It gets into color theory, textures, balance, how you create harmonious displays, sometimes even symbolic ones. And the fact that flowers don't last forever, that ephemeral nature,
Yeah.
it adds a unique charm. It encourages you to be present, to appreciate that fleeting beauty.
That brings a nice depth to it. Okay, and for those who enjoy recreating the world, but maybe in miniature, there's modeling, the noun,
Mm-hmm.
making small-scale representations of objects, ships, planes, cars.
Right. Lots of different subjects.
What's the truly compelling aspect of this pursuit, beyond just the detail?
Well, the precision is obvious, isn't it? But modeling often involves this intense historical immersion.
How do you mean?
You're not just building a model Spitfire, for example. You're often meticulously researching it, recreating a specific aircraft from a specific squadron at a specific time.
Nice.
So it becomes a tactile form of historical scholarship in a way. It cultivates extraordinary patience, obviously, fine motor skills, and a really deep appreciation for intricate design and history.
Wow, so it's almost like being a hands-on historian. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, next, a classic skill, and one that seems increasingly relevant today. Sewing. The noun. Using a needle and thread to make or repair clothing. We've seen a real resurgence in this lately, haven't we?
We really have. And I think its resurgence reflects a broader appreciation for things like handmade items, sustainability.
Moving away from fast fashion.
Exactly. And self-sufficiency. Sewing is profoundly practical. You can repair things, alter clothes to fit perfectly, even design your own garments. But it's also incredibly creative. Think fashion design, costume making, textile art. It's both empowering and expressive.
That's a great insight into its modern appeal. Okay, from fabric to fine strokes, let's explore calligraphy. Another noun. Artistic, decorative handwriting using special tools. It looks incredibly challenging. What kind of personal growth does it offer?
Calligraphy is, well, It's an exquisite blend of precision, artistry, and elegant style. It literally transforms text into visual art. But the growth comes from the immense patience and the meticulous control it demands. You have to be so precise. It cultivates extreme focus. It can actually turn the act of writing into a deeply meditative, mindful practice. And it really sharpens those fine motor skills.
A truly mindful craft.
Okay.
And for another deeply tactile art form, we have pottery, the noun. The craft of making objects from clay, usually by hand or on a potter's wheel. What's the sort of profound appeal of working with such a basic, earthy material?
Pottery is ancient, isn't it? And I think its appeal lies in that profound transformation. You take this raw, malleable clay,
Just mud, basically.
pretty much, and you shape it into something functional or beautiful or both. It's deeply grounding. It gives you a real physical connection to the earth, and it combines creativity with manual skill. The whole process, really, from shaping the wet clay to the firing.
Oh.
It's intensely meditative for many people. Very satisfying.
It's fascinating how many of these hands-on crafts seem to offer that meditative quality. Okay, let's shift gears entirely now. Let's talk about hobbies that truly engage the mind, maybe provide profound relaxation, or sometimes delve into pretty unique, maybe even esoteric interests.
Right. This section really highlights the incredibly diverse motivations behind how we spend our free time, doesn't it? It goes from intellectual challenges and problem solving all the way to perhaps spiritual exploration or sometimes just simply unwinding from the daily grind. It shows how hobbies cater to a whole spectrum of complex human needs.
We almost have to start with one that's become absolutely ubiquitous in modern life. Binge watching, the noun.
Oh, yes.
Watching multiple episodes of a series, often in one sitting. No breaks. Beyond the obvious entertainment factor, what's a key insight into this modern phenomenon?
Well, binge watching is definitely more than just entertainment now. It's really a defining characteristic of modern streaming culture, isn't it? And it's actually reshaped how stories are told on television, the narrative structure.
How so?
Well, writers know people might watch several episodes back to back, so they can build more complex arcs, rely less on recaps, maybe end on more compelling cliffhangers.
Right.
It creates this really immersive escapism, sure, and it reflects that cultural shift towards instant gratification. But it also allows for a deeper engagement with complex, serialized storytelling. You get a more continuous, uninterrupted narrative experience.
That's a great point about narrative structure.
Yeah.
Okay, shifting to something that engages our senses in a very different, maybe more refined way.
Yeah.
What's unique about wine tasting? The noun.
Wine tasting. It's a very refined pursuit, definitely. It engages multiple senses, sight, smell, taste, even touch, thinking about the texture or mouthfeel. And it demands a really nuanced palate.
Takes practice, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely. It cultivates acute sensory skills. And it requires, or at least encourages, extensive knowledge, great varieties, regions, winemaking processes. It's really a journey into the concept of terroir. Yeah, Terroir. It's a French term, basically meaning how all the environmental factors, the soil, the climate, the elevation, affect the grapes and ultimately the wine. It connects geology, climate, and human craft.
That's a truly sophisticated way to engage your senses and your intellect. Okay, for a purely mental workout, though, a lot of people turn to Sudoku, the noun.
Very popular.
That logic puzzle, arranging numbers 1 through 9 in those grids without repetition. What makes this so universally appealing for, sharpening the mind?
Sudoku is just a fantastic mental hobby, isn't it? It's renowned for promoting intense concentration, enhancing critical thinking, improving problem-solving skills. I think its universal appeal lies in its focused, accessible challenge.
Accessible how?
Well, you don't need any prior knowledge beyond knowing numbers 1 to 9 and understanding the basic rules. But solving one, especially a tricky one, provides this really tangible sense of accomplishment. It offers a clear path to sort of cognitive exercise and improvement.
It's a beautifully structured challenge.
Right.
For something completely different now, something that connects us directly to the cosmos. We have stargazing, the noun.
Lovely hobby.
Observing stars, planets, celestial events in the night sky. What kind of profound impact can this hobby have on someone?
Stargazing is just, well, it can be truly awe-inspiring, can't it? It connects us directly to the sheer vastness, the mystery of the universe.
Puts things in perspective.
Massively. It fosters wonder. It promotes patience. You often have to wait for clear skies or specific events. And it encourages learning about constellations, planets, cosmic phenomena. It offers this unique perspective on our place in existence. It's humbling, really. Perspective shifting. It expands your sense of scale and time.
A truly profound hobby. Okay,
Yeah.
let's transition now. Let's talk about hobbies that are all about rhythm, dynamic movement, and maybe structured disciplines. These frequently demand uh, physical excellence, precise coordination, and often unwavering dedication.
Yes. This category really highlights pursuits that require significant discipline, athleticism, and a highly refined sense of coordination. Often, it involves mastering complex sequences, pushing physical and mental boundaries, sometimes even in a performance setting.
Okay, let's start with ballroom dancing, the noun. Formal partner dance. Specific steps like the waltz, the tango. It always looks so graceful, so effortlessly elegant on screen. What does it actually take to achieve that look?
Effortless is definitely not the word behind the scenes. Ballroom dancing really epitomizes grace, elegance, yes, but it relies on impeccably synchronized movement.
Between the partners.
Exactly. It requires not just excellent individual technique, but crucial, seamless partner coordination. It fosters deep communication and trust, often completely nonverbally. Plus, it's a wonderful social outlet, but it demands serious discipline and a keen sense of rhythm.
A beautiful expression of nonverbal communication.
Right.
Okay, from the elegance of the dance floor to intense physical transformation, we have bodybuilding,
Yeah.
the noun, training to develop large, defined muscles, often as a competitive sport. What's the deeper philosophy or mindset behind this?
Bodybuilding is a pursuit that demands extraordinary dedication, meticulous planning, training schedules, diet, and a really singular focus on physique enhancement.
It looks all-consuming.
It often is. It involves incredibly rigorous training, precise dietary control. It's really a profound journey of self-improvement, physical mastery, and immense discipline. It's as much a mental game focusing on consistency, willpower, pushing through pain, as it is a physical one.
An incredibly disciplined path.
Okay.
For a more urban, perhaps more fluid kind of challenge, what about parkour, the noun?
Yeah, parkour. Fascinating.
Moving efficiently through an environment, running, jumping, climbing over obstacles. It's truly mesmerizing to watch sometimes.
It really is. Parkour is often called the art of movement, and it focuses on efficient, fluid, creative movement through any environment, really. It transforms urban landscapes, walls, railings, stairs, into a dynamic playground or obstacle course.
So it changes how you see the city.
Completely. It demands exceptional physical strength, agility, balance, yes, but also problem solving. How do I get from A to B most efficiently, most creatively? It fosters self-mastery through movement, literally changing how you perceive and interact with your surroundings.
An incredible blend of physical and mental agility.
Wow.
Now, for a centuries-old sport requiring immense focus and stillness, archery, the noun, the sport of shooting arrows with a bow at a target. What kind of discipline does this cultivate? It seems very internal.
It is very internal. Archery requires extraordinary precision, highly controlled movements, and immense patience. It cultivates deep mental discipline, exceptional hand-eye coordination, and a really calm demeanor. It's often described as a moving meditation.
Moving meditation.
Yes, because the focus is entirely internal. On your breath, your form, the tension, the release is very much about shutting out distractions and achieving consistency through mental stillness, even while performing a physical act.
A truly meditative sport. Okay. And finally, in this category, we have bullfight, a noun, a public event where a matador fights a bull. Now, this is a very specific cultural practice and quite controversial.
It is. The bullfight, or corrida de toros, is a public spectacle with deep historical and cultural roots, particularly in Spain, but also parts of Latin America and southern France. Proponents often view it as a complex performance, even an art form, a test of courage, skill, and a connection to tradition, often embodying themes of life, death, and ritual.
Right, but the controversy.
Exactly. It's vital for listeners to know it's highly controversial globally due to significant animal welfare concerns. Critics view it as cruel and outdated. So we are presenting the vocabulary here purely in its cultural context without endorsing any viewpoint. Our aim is just to describe the activity as understood within those traditions using the appropriate C1 terminology.
Understood. Unnecessary clarification. Okay, our final category for this deep dive takes us into hobbies involving practical skills, maybe a strong connection to nature, or even specialized culinary arts.
Yes, this last group highlights pursuits that often beautifully blend maybe scientific principles with practical application. There's frequently an element of sustainability involved, and certainly a deep sense of personal satisfaction you get from creating something useful or maybe nourishing or connecting directly with the natural world.
All right, let's begin with brewing, the noun. Making beer, or perhaps other brewed drinks like cider or mead, Home brewing especially seems to have really exploded in popularity over the last decade or so. What's the big allure there?
Brewing is a really fascinating hobby because it truly mixes creativity with precise science and ultimately nuanced taste.
Science.
Oh, yeah. It involves understanding complex fermentation processes, controlling temperatures, sanitation. It's meticulous. It's almost like an alchemical process in a way. You're blending chemistry with an artistic approach to flavor profiles. The allure, I think, it's the ultimate satisfaction of crafting a unique, personalized beverage completely from scratch.
Right, creating your own unique flavor. That's definitely a powerful motivator.
Hmm.
Okay, so a very broad and empowering phrase that covers many practical pursuits. Do it yourself.
Yeah.
Usually shortened to DIY.
Very common.
This describes repairing or creating things yourself without hiring professional help.
Yeah.
What does this movement really represent? It feels like more than just saving money.
Oh, it definitely is. DIY is almost an overarching philosophy. It emphasizes self-reliance, resourcefulness, developing hands-on skills. I think the core appeal lies in that profound satisfaction you get from tackling projects independently.
Learning as you go.
Exactly. Learning new skills, gaining empowerment from creating something or fixing something with your own two hands. It often leads to a greater sense of capability and sometimes sustainability too, repairing instead of replacing.
So it's really about empowerment through creation and problem solving.
Okay.
Now, for a hobby that combines a deep connection to nature with, potentially, environmental stewardship, beekeeping, the noun,
Ah, fascinating.
maintaining colonies of bees, usually to produce honey, maybe wax, other products, sounds
Yeah.
like quite a delicate balance.
It really is. Beekeeping is a profound hobby, I think, because it intersects science, understanding bee biology and colony behavior with agriculture and environmental stewardship.
Stewardship, how?
Well, it involves meticulous maintenance of bee colonies, yes, for honey and wax, but maybe more importantly today, for supporting crucial pollinator populations. Bees are vital for global ecosystems, for our food security.
Right, we hear a lot about that.
So beekeeping fosters this deep respect for nature's intricate organization and our role within it. It connects you directly to those cycles.
That's a truly impactful hobby for the environment.
Uh,
Amazing. And finally, for those maybe with a sweet tooth and a truly creative, artistic flair, there's cake decorating, the noun, creating decorative designs on cakes using icing, fondant, all sorts of edible elements. Some of those creations you see online or on TV are simply astonishing.
They truly are, aren't they? Cake decorating is this delightful and often sophisticated culinary art form. It combines intricate skill piping, sculpting fondant, airbrushing sometimes, with boundless creativity and, of course, taste.
Art you can eat?
Exactly. It elevates a simple baked good into an edible masterpiece. It requires a really steady hand, an artistic vision, an understanding of how the different materials work. You're creating these stunning, personalized centerpieces that are hopefully both delicious and visually arresting.
Wow, okay. What an incredible and incredibly diverse array of vocabulary we've explored today. Really, from the meticulous precision needed for, say, pottery or modeling, to the pure adrenaline rush of bungee jumping, then the profound focus of archery or calligraphy, right through to the culinary artistry of cake decorating or the science of brewing.
It covers so much ground.
It really does. And we've seen how these C1 level words can truly unlock richer, more natural, and just much more nuanced conversations about our personal interests and hobbies.
And that's the key takeaway, isn't it? Mastering C1 vocabulary, it's not just about memorizing definitions. It's an ongoing process, hopefully an enjoyable one, of actually integrating these terms into your active vocabulary.
Using them.
Using them, allowing you to express yourself with far greater detail, more nuance, more confidence. And talking about hobbies, it just opens genuine doors, doesn't it? It connects you with people. It offers deeper avenues for conversation, for shared understanding. It really enriches your communication and helps build connection.
Absolutely. So I genuinely encourage you, our listeners, to maybe immediately try incorporating just a few of these new terms into your thoughts, or even better, into your next conversation about what you love to do. See how it feels?
Yeah, give it a go. And maybe as you go forward, consider this. What new hobby, now that you can perhaps describe it with this more advanced vocabulary, might you now feel more confident exploring, or perhaps discussing more thoroughly in English?
Interesting thought.
Maybe it's something you've always wanted to try, but felt you couldn't talk about properly. Or perhaps you've just discovered a fresh, more sophisticated way to articulate a passion you already have. This deep dive, hopefully, should really empower you to talk about your interests with greater sophistication and much more compelling detail.
That's a wonderful and empowering thought to leave you all with. We really hope you've enjoyed this deep dive as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to you.